It's another exciting episode, and today we'll be looking at output devices. Output devices. In our previous lesson, we learned input devices. Today we'll be discovering what is an output device, examples of output devices, and some uses and functions of output devices as compared to the input devices. It is a nice lesson for you to embark on. And so, as usual, I'll be sharing my screen with you. Then you follow suit and you try your best to do the assessment at the end of the lesson. Be a winner and let's be winners together. See you at the other side. It is my insight.com. We help you in the teaching and learning of science, math, and then computing. See you.
Welcome back. We are looking at output devices. Output devices are essential components of a computer system. They allow us to view, hear, and interact with the information processed by the computer. So in short, output devices, they display information from the computer to the user. That's the main function of output devices. They display information from the computer right to the user. So unlike the input devices that input data, for the output devices, they display the information from the computer to the user. So as you can see at this side, they display information from the computer to the user, and they are very essential, just like the input devices. They allow us to view, hear, and then interact with the information processed by the computer. That is output device for you. Alright, so now that we know what an output device is, let us go and look at some examples of output devices. Examples of output devices, I have grouped them into three. So the first one, we have the printers, we have the speakers, then we have displays. So we have the printers, second we have the speakers, the third we have the displays. So the printers produce physical copies of digital documents and images. Common types of printers, we have the inkjet, laser, then the thermal printers. So printers are what bring out hard copies, what we call the hard copies. Soft copies are information on the computer, but when it is printed out on a paper, that becomes hard copy. So printers brings out hard copies. So they print documents and images out of the computer. Then we have the speakers. The speakers convert digital audio signals into sound waves, allowing us to listen to music, videos, and other audio content. So when you input your sound by the microphone or any other instrument, the speakers are what will help other users to hear the sound that you have input. And so the speakers are output devices because they allow us to listen to music, videos, and other audio content. And then lastly, we have the displays. The displays visually present information such as text, images, and then videos on a screen. So the displays, they help us to view information such as the text, the images, and then videos on a screen. They are typically categorized as monitors, televisions, and projectors. So when we are supposed to bring it out in life, then we see some examples of the display. We have the monitors, the televisions, and then projectors. Monitors, as we know, we have two types. We have the CRT and the LED or the LCD. So the cathode ray tube and then liquid crystal display or the light emitting diode. So the tikopo and then the flat panel, as you usually know in schools. Alright, now that we know the different examples of output devices, let's come and look at the advantages of output devices. So output devices are tangible outputs. They are tangible outputs. So we can actually touch it. We can actually feel it. For example, printers provide physical copies of digital documents, which I mentioned earlier as hard copies. So the printers can bring out the copies for us to touch on paper, feel it, read, and then the rest. Another advantage is that it enhances user experience. So the speakers displays provide an immersive and engaging experience for multimedia content, enhancing user enjoyment. So in case you are listening to music or videos from movies, you feel happy because of the speakers and you feel something special, especially when the sound is quite nourishing. And so advantage, it enhances user experience through the sound that it brings out. And then accessibility. So output devices cater for various users with different needs, making information essential to broader audience. So information is actually essential to broader audience, not only those who have it, but rather other people who can access it using displays and other devices that will help them to see it and interact with the user. As I said, every good thing has bad aspects. So let's come and see the disadvantages of output devices. So when it comes to output devices, some are very expensive, and so the cost is a disadvantage, especially when it comes to printers like this. Some are very expensive. So output devices can be expensive to purchase and maintain, particularly printers that require ink cartridges or toner. So with the printers, you would need to get a toner or ink cartridges, which is quite expensive. Some of the inks are even expensive than the printer itself, just imagine. The second one is environmental impact. So printers consume resources and produce waste, contributing to environmental concerns. When your printer brings out waste, like the toner when it finishes and you are throwing it away, or those black things, you are bringing it out, they are all waste and it affects the environment. Then lastly, we have the limited flexibility. Some output devices like printers have limited flexibility and may not be suitable for all types of content. And apart from the limited flexibility, output devices also have health issues when it comes to our hearing and also smelling. So the printers, the toner, the scent isn't quite good for humans. Then the speakers, when you are always listening to music in speakers, you may encounter hearing impaired, and then which is very bad and it can affect you. Also the displays that we use, some can affect our vision, and so at times we can be visually impaired as well due to the brightness of the lights on the screens. Now let's look at printers and their uses. Printers and their uses. So printers, they are used for printing documents, also photo printing, then label printing. So printers are commonly used for printing documents, reports, and other textual materials. Printers can also print photos in high quality and digital images as well. We can also print labels using a printer, and then it's quite interesting. Now let's come to the speakers. So speakers enable us to listen to music. Movie watching becomes quite relief and enjoyable when you can just listen to the sound. Then gaming, wow, when you are playing a game and there's that sound, especially when you are playing the football, the guys, and the sound is in the background, you feel quite interested in scoring goal because it is quite interesting. So the speakers helps us to listen to music, movie watching, and also gaming as well. displays. We have the displays here. So I've grouped them into three. We have the computer monitors, we have the projectors, and then we have the television. So the computer monitors are used for displaying information on computers and providing visual interface for users to interact with software and then data. So monitor are used for displaying information on computers, providing a visual interface for the user to interact with the software and data. That's for monitor. When it comes to projectors project images onto a screen, which we say white screen. So projectors project images onto a screen, as you see, allowing larger presentations, entertainment, then educational purposes. So everything presentation you call for projectors, because it will help you to present your work efficiently and efficacy on the wide screen on the wall for everyone to see and have the feel of the work. Then the last one is televisions. Televisions are designed for viewing broadcasts, program, streaming services, and multimedia content, offering a larger screen size for an immersive experience. So another display that helps a lot is televisions. It helps us feel relief when we are streaming some services like videos, movies, and music, and it brings that immersive experience for users to actually interact with their computer. All right, now let's conclude. Output devices also play a crucial role in our daily lives, just as the input devices. These devices, which are output, enable us to interact with the experience and then to also have a feel with the information. Understanding the advantages and disadvantages of these different output devices allow us to choose the most suitable ones for our specific needs and preferences. The other output device which I didn't mention is the plotter, which is used for printing in marker, pen, pencil. So apart from the printer, we have the plotter, which helps us to print in pen, pencil, or in ink or marker. So this brings us to the end of this lesson. I want you to assess yourself with the assessment at the end. Show it to mommy, show it to daddy, show it to your teacher. Let them help you in the scoring it. You can also share your comments in the comment section and tell us how you feel about this lesson, and see you in the next lesson as well. Like, share, and then subscribe to our channel. See you in our next lesson. Bye bye.